Hello, welcome to Dave's Auto. Today I'll be working on a 2012 Audi A6 supercharged with the 3.0 liter engine V6. Um, I will be replacing the starter on it today. Um, I already started working on it a little bit, but I'll run you through it so that you can see what I've done so far. Like I said, it's a 2012 A6 3.0 V6 supercharged. And the starter is actually tucked all the way in there. It's very hard to see, but yeah, that's it right there. Right there. We'll be getting to it. So obviously, I already put the vehicle on the lift. Um, what you want to do is you want to disconnect the battery, the negative side of the battery. Just make sure it's disconnected so you don't have any power coming through in the process of you performing this work. You also want to make sure that you take the belts off. There are 17 belts. I already did that before I put it on the lift. So it has two belts. You want to make sure you take both belts off. So do that. I already did that. If you need help doing that, just let me know and I can help you with a video on that. But so the belts are already off. Basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take the alternator off, which is right there. We're looking at it. Take the alternator off. Or started taking it off already. We got to take the motor mount off over there. We have to take the motor mount bracket attached to the engine. That has to come off as well before we can get to the starter. That's why I have the stand supporting the engine. That way, the engine will be well supported and it wouldn't drop. All right. So what I've done so far is I already got the bolt, the nut. I'm sorry, the nut behind the alternator. I already got that off, and I already got the nuts off, and then the studs getting ready to come out. All right, so as you can tell, this nut um, is off. It's supposed to have four. You got two at the bottom over here, and then two at the top over there. I already got the two at the top off. I got the bottom as well. Now the studs are too long, so what you might need to do is to get um, the Torx socket, like this right here. That's what you need to unscrew the stud. Right. This is E8. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this is E8. Yeah, E8 Torx socket that you can use to take the stud off. That way you'll be able to remove the alternator. Because the studs are too long, you might not be able to slide the alternator out like that. So I already did. One of it is coming out already. Let's put it on the side. Also, you want to make sure that this was the plug connecting to the oil pan, the oil level sensor right here. So I already disconnected it, did it, already. So the wire is gonna be, the harness will be out of the way. So that one is already done. Pretty much done with the start over here as well. So it's getting ready to be pulled out, so we can pull the whole alternator out. So this is okay. All right, so that is out as well. So now we should be able to. I already got the two at the top. It's supposed to be two at the top. I already got that out. So it's supposed to be four in total. So the alternator is getting ready to drop. Just nice and gentle, because I still have the plug to unplug it. Okay, so that's it right there. And I did the unplugged the plug going back to the alternator, so it's ready. to be put aside. So this right here is the plug going behind the alternator. I already unplugged that. So actually you can go ahead and take the bracket off. This is the bracket. So go ahead and take the whole bracket off. This is it with the tensioner. All right, you can put it on the side. Okay, so as you can tell, the starter is over there. But before we get to it, we have to take the motor mount out first. Okay. So over here, if you come to the over here, the inner side of the tire, on the side of the frame, you're gonna see two bolts, right? Two bolts. I already loosened the two bolts, so it's a 16 millimeter bolt. That's one to the left and one to the right, and then in the middle of it there is a triple square bolt or 12-point bolt that goes in there in the middle of it. That's why I have the my extensions. So let me take it out and show you. So that's it right there. So this is what you need, and I believe this is what, a 14. See, they're 14 or 16. I'll check. Okay, but that's what you need here. And so that you'll be able to take the bolt out. Okay, that way you can get the whole motor mount. You can get the whole motor mount off. All right. Okay. Okay. So this the bolt in the middle of the motor mount is ready to come out. So actually this is a 14. That's the size for the socket, the triple square socket is a 14. So that's what you need. I wasn't sure. I thought it was a 12 or a 14, but I verified it's a 14. So that's what you need. You want to make sure you get the right size in there, because you might strip the bolt if you don't get the right size in there. So now let's get this bolt out. Okay, so that is out. Actually, this is how it looks like. It's a pretty long bolt. All right, now we can go ahead and take the other two. Okay, so that's one of it. And like I said, don't forget to make sure that you got your stand over there, because the engine at this point will be getting ready to drop. So if you don't have a stand, then it's gonna be a problem. Let's make sure we get this bolt out all the way. Okay, so this thing is out. All right, so we got the 3 bolts out on the motor mount. Now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna have to take the let's come in here. We're gonna have to take those 2 bolts off. So because they hold the bracket to the motor mount. All right, so it is triple squared tool as well. This is what you're gonna need. Is the size is 10. Is 10. The 12-point Torx or triple squared Torx bit, and is number 10. All right, so that's what we're gonna use. Okay. Okay. So now the motor mount bracket is loose. And the motor mount as well. So I'm actually jacking up the engine a little bit more so I can take it out. Okay. So now this is all right. So we have a plug here that needs to be unplugged. Okay, so that is unplugged. Okay, so now the motor mount and the bracket are ready to come out. Okay, so that's it. That's it right here. Put it on the side, and now we can also take the bracket and pull the bracket out. Okay, so as you can see, we're getting closer. Getting closer to the starter right there. All right, so the next thing is we're gonna take this bracket over here. We're gonna take the bracket out. It has 3 bolts. one over there, one, and then two on each side, right? One on that side and the other one on that side. So it's 3 bolts in total. All right. So before we take the bolts off and take the bracket, motor mount bracket down, the big bracket to bolt it to the side of the block, let's just go ahead and remove the ground. There is a big ground over here that needs to be removed. Is a 13 millimeter nut. So I already broke it loose. Let's go ahead and remove it so we can get that ground out of the way. Okay, so that's it. We can lay it on the side. Tack it on the side. So now we can focus on taking that big mount out now. Okay, so I got one. The bottom one, I already got the bottom one off. Let me get the other one on the side. And you're gonna need a number 10 12-point bit, triple square bit, and number 10. So that's what I'm using right now. Okay, so that's it right here. That's one on the side. And let's get the last one on this side, at the front. Okay, L2. Okay, so that's out. Now we can go ahead and take the bracket out. Okay, so that is the bracket. All right. Now, as you can see, the starter is right there. Okay, that's the starter right there. Okay, so we're getting close. There is one bolt over there, and then there is another one on the other side by the bell housing. So one bolt goes there, which is the one we can see at the bottom, and then the other bolt is at the top, but it's on the other side behind the engine by the bell housing, and it's supposed to be an 18 millimeter 12-point socket. 18 millimeter 12-point socket. We can use a regular 18 on the one over here, but the one behind, it's going to be 18 millimeter 12-point socket. All right, but before that, we can go ahead and unplug the the um, the starter wire over here, unplug it, and just get the wiring off. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the socket. Okay, so I got the socket out, and the nut that bolts the cable, the positive cable to the starter, is a 13 millimeter nut. So that's it right there. Okay. So now you should be able to pull the wiring off. Okay. So now, as you can see, the wiring is pulled off right here. That's the whole wiring pulled off. So now we can really get a good picture of the starter. All right, so let's go ahead and take the bottom bolt. That's a low hanging fruit. You go ahead and take that off, and then we can take the other one by the bell housing. Okay, so the bottom bolt is 16 millimeter socket. It's a 16 millimeter socket or 5/8. That's the bottom bolt. So let's go ahead and break it loose. Now we can take it off. Okay. Okay, it's coming out now. Okay, so that's it right here. It's a long bolt. Okay, so now we can go behind the engine by the bell housing and pull off the 18 millimeter bolt, and the starter will be on his way out. Okay. So yeah, over here I'm behind the engine, right? So I had to put a long extension from here, long extension all the way on top of the exhaust to get behind, and as you can tell, right behind the converter, at the bottom of the converter over there, right there. And it's 18 millimeter socket, 12-point. So I got the bolt loose. It's getting ready to come out. And it's a long bolt, so I have to work it. Okay, so it's all the way loose, it's all the way out. And I think I just heard the starter drop, so let's go behind, let's go in front of the engine and see if we can pick up that starter. Okay, so that's the starter right here. Okay. That's the starter right here. It looks like it's been changed before. It's a used one. Alrighty. Alright. So guys, and if you look at it, right there you see the bolt sticking out at the top. Yeah, that's the long bolt, the other bolt that I was taking out from behind the engine. So that's it right there. So basically, I'm getting ready to put the new starter in there, and it's gonna be the same process I went through to take it out. Okay, so there you have it. Starter replacement on the 2012 Audi A6 3.0. You have a great one, and don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.